Hi, my name is George, and this is my persuasive speech for Freshman Studies Free. For my persuasive speech, I chose a topic of why you should read a book. You see, in the modern age, book reading as a pastime or hobby has lessened from the amount that it should be, especially in the newer generations. And it doesn't take a whole lot of research to understand that the main reasons for this is because of our electronic devices and because of being too busy. So why should you read a book? Well, first off, reading engages your brain's imagination. When you read a book, no matter what you're reading, you're actively thinking about what you're reading, and you often end up imagining about what you're reading about. For example, when you read a fantasy book, you're actively thinking about the main characters, what it would be like to be them, and what it would be like living in the world that is being created. The same thing goes for science fiction. You're actively imagining how the story's events take place as you're reading, whether it's exploring the vastness of space, fighting with lightsabers, or some of the other various boundaries of science fiction. Your imagination is at work. But it's not just science fiction stories that can engage your imagination. Biographies and histories can do that also. When you read about the history of a world, you might sometimes wonder what it would be like to live during that time. You wonder, what would it be like to be a part of Alexander the Great's conquest of a known world? What would it be like to see the light bulb for the first time? Or even, what would it be like to be a builder of the Great Pyramids? Either way, when you read, your imagination gets sparked, and imagination is good. But reading does more than just interacting with your imagination. Books can also relax you and give you a helpful break from your other activities. When you read a book that interests you, you can easily get fully enveloped into reading that book, forgetting all your pain, circumstances, problems, and stress. You focus fully into the book's story, and that can cause a lot of your stress to disappear. However, sometimes getting fully focused into things can cause you to just ignore your problems, which you really should be dealing with sometimes. But when you get stuck on a problem, and you often can't see the solution because of how closely involved you are to the problem, sometimes the best thing you can do is take a step back, take a break, and allow your brain to process the problem in the background. By doing this, you allow yourself to get a different angle on the problem you're facing. And guess what? A single chapter in a book can give you the stress relief and short break that you need in order to formulate a solution that you couldn't think of before. Not only does reading engage your imagination and relax you, but books are also better on your body than screens. In an article titled "Are E-Readers Bad for Your Eyes?", the author writes about how looking at a digital screen for too long can lead to computer vision syndrome. You see, computer vision syndrome is a common side effect of looking at a digital screen for too long, and this can cause blurred vision, eye strain, and headaches. Definitely not things that you enjoy, especially when doing school. The reason that this happens is because most electronic devices use pixels to form images and texts. And because of all the tiny pixels, your eyes and brain strain to formulate those tiny things into a coherent image. Processing these images for too long can cause your brain to overextend and cause headaches because of how close you have to be, and the pixels cause cause eye problems when you look at them too long. But books can also cause these problems because when you're looking at something too close to your face for too long, your eyes also strain themselves. So when it comes to reading books and digital books, it is important to remember that you should take breaks from both books and screens. Finally, in an article titled 8 benefits of 8 science-backed reasons to read a real book, it gives 8 reasons to read a book. Some of them I already went over in my own way, but 4 other ones that they do are very helpful. Books increase intelligence, it boosts your brain power, it can make you more empathetic, and it can help you sleep. These ones, when you read more advanced books, you can expose yourself to different vocabularies and improve your own understanding of what you read, in addition to keeping your mind sharp. In books that are more focused on the characters of a story, their emotional problems can help you understand other people's emotional problems and increase your empathy with others. And then finally, by reading a book before going to bed, you can create a bedtime habit that when you continue doing this over and over again as you go on, it can cause your body to think, hey, it's time to go to bed. Slow down and calm your mind and sleep. So all of these reasons are pretty important, I think, to remind you, take time out of your day and read a good book. Thank you.